Hello, everyone. My name's Hank Setala. I'm the Sonic Shaman and the Sound.
Hi, and I'm Deanna Nechitilo, the Dragon Lady, and I am the Fury.
And today we're going to be doing an amazing healing experience around, what was it again?
Personal excellence and self-mastery.
There we go. I'm glad someone read the notes. Here we go. Boy, that song just keeps growing me every time I hear it. So welcome, everyone. Deanna has made an amazing little crystal grid, which you actually could see the picture of on the little header of the video. And she's about to show it to us and kind of give us this little walking tour through the grid and what it is.
All right. Well, first of all, I'm going to talk about the occasion for this grid, which is the full moon in Capricorn. The full moon is actually exact at 2:39 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow, Thursday, June 24th. So it would be a great idea if you can to watch this video again when the moon is actually full. At present, the moon is still in Sagittarius going, woo! But when it enters Capricorn, the moon is going to be all about like personal excellence and success and motivation and ambition and like what are you doing with your life, because that is very much what Capricorn is about. And the full moon is a time when things come to culmination, and especially things that you started on the new moon in the same sign, which the new moon in Capricorn was January 12th. So think back to that time of your life, a couple weeks after the new year. Like, did you start any projects around then? I was thinking back, I actually started writing a novel at that time. I finished it and then just sort of left it there and didn't publish it. So this full moon, for example, would be a great time for me to actually publish the novel that I wrote. In the meantime, got a lot else going on. And so Capricorn energy is not a lot of fun, at first glance, because Capricorns tend to be very serious and like ambitious and hardworking and motivated, keep their nose to the grindstone because that's what they do. Like, they want to do things, they want to do them to completion, they want to do them well, they don't want to look foolish, they want to do things right. And, so a lot of people will be like, well, that's boring. But then those same people will be like, well, I want to be rich and famous and successful and like have everybody love me and admire me. And it's like, well, what are you doing to get that? And meanwhile, Capricorn is quietly plugging along, and, later in life, after putting in all the hard work, they get the riches, they get the fame, they get the secure positions in life, they get the admiration. It doesn't have to be on a grand scale, though. This doesn't have to be a career thing, although Capricorns are very invested in career. It can just be something that you care really deeply about and are really motivated about. And I chose the theme of personal excellence because really you can apply this to just yourself, like working on yourself, getting rid of bad habits, becoming the person that you really want to be. So that's what it is. That's what it is. Yeah, and we come into this world, we come in perfect. We come in essentially ourselves, and then thank you are not muted, and there's a lot of fork stuff going on. All right.
Sorry about that.
You are totally fine. I just want to let you know. Personal excellence, like mastery, self-actualization, like those are big themes of Capricorn. And as I was saying, we come to this world perfect, and the world kind of beats us down, on the one hand. They're like, be all that you can be by going into the army and getting brainwashed, or yes, like be ambitious and have a great career, but in the meantime, watch this TV show for 6 hours and then eat this big thing that's terrible for you and get fat and feel really bad about yourself, So the world sends us a lot of mixed messages, and it's really up to us to self-actualize. Like, nobody is going to show us exactly how to do it. Even if we have a mentor or a model or a program of action of some sort, like self-actualization and personal excellence are a highly particular process that is individual to you. So you got to figure it out for yourself. You know, like see what other people are doing that really resonates with you. Take bits and pieces of that. Take their approach. You know, take their energy, their spirit, their tools, and use them freely in your own development. But don't feel like you have to follow somebody else's path, because the path to mastery of the self is really a pathless land that you create. So in the spirit of that, here's the crystal grid to support personal excellence. At the center, let me get my little wand here. At the center, we have a Herkimer diamond. This was suggested as the focus piece by my guides, and I wasn't really sure why, but then I realized that Herkimer diamond is basically quartz that has self-actualized. It is higher vibrational than regular quartz. It pulls in light, it sends out light, it attracts high vibrational spirit guides. Get my notes here. I've got a lot of little notes. Robert Simmons calls it the manifestation of pure solidified spiritual light. It purifies and uplifts the energy field. It has a harder, a greater hardness on the Mohs scale than regular quartz, meaning its structure is more solidified, more crystallized. It amplifies the power of other stones. Just like when one is truly in their personal excellence, you boost the energy of the people around you instead of competing with them and bringing them down. It enhances awareness, clears limiting beliefs, strengthens your essential nature. And so there it is, folks. It's beautiful. I wish you could see the rainbows in it. Probably kind of hard on the camera. I also meant to bring a flashlight to illuminate some of these other little stones, but I didn't. So yeah, still working on the whole personal excellence thing myself. This is honey calcite. I love these spheres because they look like little suns. And honey calcite is a really good form of calcite for things like studying and hard work. It's good for bringing clarity and focus and grounding to the mental energy. It's a very mental stone. It helps one see through challenges and big project to the end. It's good for attention and persistence at tasks over the long haul. Builds character by helping you stay in mental endurance, because if you get distracted and jump around to a different thing every 5 seconds, you're not going to get very far at anything or develop your character very hard, because you know you really need to like buckle down and persist at things in order to grow. And then mentally, it helps you stay alert but relaxed. So you're not all type A, you're not all type B, but you're kind of finding that perfect balance in between where you're like enjoying the work and in the flow. So that's honey calcite. Beautiful stone. Highly recommend. Next, we have almandine garnet. And let's see if I can shine this light on there a little. It looks very dark, but it's actually this beautiful purplish, like really dark reddish purple color. And I'm actually going to leave this right here. Will it work? Oh, kind of. You can look at the picture. Almandine garnet is, it is actually the January birthstone. I think for the reason that it does vibrate so well with the Capricorn energies, because it's about like, it enhances vitality, truthfulness, and self-assurance. It helps you feel strong and in your power and motivated. There was a time in my life where I was very unsure about myself, and I started wearing a garnet necklace for many months on end, and it really made me feel like rich, beautiful, and powerful. You may not find that in any book, but that's my personal experience. It's good for manifesting our dreams, taking them out of the airy fairy realm and into the real world. It extracts and transmutes negative energy. It stabilizes, brings order to the chaos. And finally, it helps access and integrate truth from the universe and the higher self. There we have it. These are the almandine garnets. They're beautiful. They look better under a lot of light. Wish you could see them better. So this is a red jasper, and we have seen red jasper before. We actually just saw it last week in the 7 chakra grid as the root chakra stone. It's very good for grounding and vitality and persistence and endurance. It really helps with character building. It's good for releasing negative attachments and the perceived need for them. If you have like a bunch of excuses and weaknesses or people that you're depending on, red jasper can help you see like, wow, I actually can stand on my own 2 feet and want to. Helps one take responsibility for their own actions and encourages personal progress without backsliding. And I just wanted to mention that, because I did focus on red jasper last week from a different angle. Like, all of these stones have so many different properties. Like, they all have a certain vibration, but along that vibration, they can interact with the energy body in many different ways and be good for many different things. So just be aware of that. Like, if you hear a couple sentences about a stone, it's not the whole truth of that stone. You can develop a very complex and deep relationship with any of the stones. And the cited properties of any stone may not work exactly the way they do for everyone else with you. So always trust your own intuition the most. But feel free to go to people like me who know them pretty well for guidance also. Next, we have blue aventurine. This is one of those stones you do not hear a lot about, but I think it's fabulous. It's really good for helping people sort of grow up and sober up emotionally. It's good for self-discipline and inner strength. It's good for creating a more integrated lifestyle and dropping bad habits like smoking or overeating or overspending. Anything that's like self-destructive and self-sabotaging. Blue aventurine will help you grow past the preconceived need for that. And it helps you move whatever is blocking your psychic abilities so they can come more alive. So if you have the tendency to engage in silly mind games with yourself because you're afraid of all that you can be, blue aventurine is like a really, really, really good stone for that. Here we have bronzite. This is another stone that does not look like a whole lot on camera, but I assure you it is extremely beautiful. It's got a lot of luster. It looks a lot like tiger's eye, except it's more patchy than like striped. Bronzite I call a stone of the warrior because it's really got that warrior energy. Like you can feel yourself taking it into battle with you. It promotes decisiveness and discernment, good character, inner strength, purpose, resilience. It wards off negative energies, including those that other people are trying to attack you with. And it neutralizes the negative thoughts and the self-destructive patterns that come with them. Again, that is bronzite. One of my personal favorite stones. I have worked with it an awful lot over the past several months. It's one that I have been carrying on a daily basis for a long time. And here we have probably the first stone that I thought of when I was starting to put this grid together is onyx. Onyx comes in a lot of colors. Here it is black. And a lot of black stones are grounding. In fact, most of them are. They'll like sort of put a cap on your energy to like sort of shove you back into your body. But unlike other grounding stones, onyx is also centering. It really helps you feel aligned along your center axis. And it's really, really good for willpower, inner strength, persistence, focus, sustained attention. It helps contain and build up the life energies instead of dissipating them. And this is really kind of the ultimate stone of self-mastery and self-control is onyx. So if you don't want to study for the big exam or you don't want to put in the overtime to get that promotion, even though you want the promotion, go for onyx. Like it's a really good stone for helping you do things that you don't think you want to do and then being glad that you did them. Finally, then holding it all together, we have yellow jasper, another kind of quiet, underrated stone. But it really, along the same lines as some of the ones we've already mentioned, it's good for courage, confidence, positivity, grounding, inner strength, self-discipline, inspires one to get work done, good for focusing, completing life tasks, and perseverance, helping you move forward on your path. So together, all of these stones are really saying quit whining, settle down, put your nose to the grindstone, do the work. The work is worth it. You're going to love it. The results of your labor will be sweet. Even the process of doing the work itself can be sweet. It's not just about enjoying like the riches or the glory or the fame. It's like, this grid and most of the stones individually, and certainly all of the stones together, can really help you enjoy the process of climbing the mountain, not just the view of being at the top.
Cool. Thank you so much. And also, while we start to settle into the healing portion, just to give a few awarenesses, in the tradition of shamanism that both Deanna and I practice, we have this idea of an Ita Puna Pakarina that hold the blueprint for the perfected you. So just taking a moment now just to invite the spirit of your birthplace, the masculine and feminine spirit of your birthplace, to bring them to you, to help give you the blueprint so that as we start doing this work, you can really actualize your katari, which in this tradition means your unique voice in this work, your medicine gift that you came to be able to share and contribute to the world. So with all that, let's get started.
All right, settle down and enjoy the energy. And if you have a particular project in mind, you might want to focus on that project as you're absorbing this energy, and it'll help incorporate it into whatever you're trying to master.
Yep. And what energy, space, consciousness, and choice could our body, beings, and beyond be to receive everything that is being contributed here, not just from Deanna and myself, but from the stones, from all of our nature spirits, from our guides, teammates, and angels, with total ease. Everything that doesn't allow it, destroy and uncreate it. And here we go. Just for a moment, thinking about your birthplace, the city and state where you came from, as I ceremonially call in those energetic parents holding the blueprint for your perfect you, as well as your star of inspiration. Haya, ito apu kuna, ompui, ompui, ompui. Haya, pakarina kuna, ompui, ompui, ompui. Iari, wilka nuna, cheska kuna, ompui, ompui, ompui. Haya, muhu koya, ompui, ompui, ompui. Ia, inti taita, ompui, ompui, ompui. Quichi, quichicuna, ompui, ompui, ompui. Also, in this tradition, it's said that we have this seed of potential called the muhu koya. So, just visualizing for a moment that seed lying within and flowing the energy of the water from the back of the spine, the energy of earth into the navel, the energy of sun through the heart, and the wind and moon through the throat, allowing those four energies to go to that seed to help it germinate. And springing forth from that seed, this rainbow of energy, this filters of all the experiences you've ever had in any lifetime, allowing you to be who you are in this world. And as that energy comes up and flowers out of your crown, the energy of Wiracocha and the inspiration from your unique star coming down helps to harmonize it. And that same white light that started is now able to be expressed into this world. Your highest potential, balancing all the energies available to us in this world. Kan Chai. Kan Chai. And as I tone the next Kanchai, allowing anything heavy, dense, or stagnant that does not serve who you came to be, allow it to effortlessly move out of your body, out of your bubble, through the ethers of internet, into the medicine space, and into the grid. Kan Chai. And everything that you're unwilling to perceive, know, be, and receive about the infinite possibilities that you could truly actualize in this world. Destroy and uncreate it. Everything that doesn't allow that, right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Every place you're not willing to perceive, know, be, and receive the infinite contributions from your guides, from your teachers, from your fellow divine travelers, from your nature spirits, and from all other aspects of divinity, both known and unknown. Every place you're not fully willing to receive that, destroy and uncreate it. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Nike. Hope everyone is still with us and relaxed and got a taste of the energy of who you truly be. And what would it take for you to really nurture and develop that and express that as much as you possibly can by staying in the moment, being aware, and not being afraid to be who you truly be? What would it take? And perhaps it just takes willingness, wanting it more than you don't. They call it the rule of 51%. You just have to want it more than you don't, and that will propel you forward into greater and greater possibilities. So what else is possible? And I need my headset so I can hear Deanna. And this was from the beginning, but Angela said, wow, beautiful crystal grid. Thank you so much for tuning in. Does anyone have any questions for those of you who stayed with us, or comments, anything we could contribute to before we wrap up? Any awarenesses on your end, Deanna, as we went through?
Oh yeah, I felt a lot of energy flowing this whole time, and sending the energy to help the personal development of everyone on the call now or in the future, and that their ability to manifest that level of self-mastery and anything blocking the flow of that. And then when you started inviting people to release their hucha into the grid, I was having the grid transmute it and send it back to them in the form of Sani. And there was a lot of flow in that. And I would like to invite people to remember that what we take as hardships in this life, or, things that beat us down, are just as easy to construe as challenges from the universe or tests, that we can pass by taking the right mindset to them and approaching them with courage and willingness to, use our best tools and resources and assets to solve the problems that they bring. Every challenge can help us grow. All of our hardships can help us grow. Our pain can help us grow. Even our character defects can help us grow, because within them there is usually a flip side that can be very positive. So examine your life, examine everything you think that is going against you, and see how you can make it work for you instead.
Definitely. And we have Angela saying, "Oh my goodness, I feel high." So beautiful. Thank you both so very much. Much love to you both, brother and sister.
Thank
Very
you,
good.
sister. That
Yeah.
was really sweet of you.
And one note on Hoocha, like in truth, there is only light, and it's just like how condensed is that light? And Hoocha is just very, very dense Sami or light. And it's not to move it from point A to point B. What Deanna said is perfect, that as it was coming into the grid, she was converting it, transmuting it, digesting it, and sending it back. So just lightening it up. And that same heaviness that was weighing you down can be the fuel to lift your balloon up into the next dimension, because it's the same stuff. It's just now it's way more usable for who you came to be instead of stopping you from being you.
Absolutely. And of course, as Hank mentioned, we are both shamans of the Paco Kuna tradition, and we have both learned a lot of specific tools for how to convert this dense, heavy energy into the light, refined energy. So if you would like help doing that, you can feel free to call either of us or both of us for a session. If you're not sure you want to take that step yet, just go out and like hug a tree, cycle energy through a tree. Trees are very good at transmuting energy, or just like send your heavy energy into the ground and then, bring light energy down from the heavens or back up from the earth, because in truth, energy is everywhere. And it's only as stuck and dense as we make it. We can always move it and invite what would be a greater contribution.
Yeah. And what's going to be really fun, though we haven't started really doing it, we're going to be working together to do combination healings, working on one person at the same time. And it's going to be a lot of fun. We're starting kind of a new trek of learning together and things like that. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes. If you guys want, we could set something up now. I mean,
that's true.
Totally...
Absolutely. Especially Thursday, because we're both in the same building at the same time for most of the day. So
yes.
That works out really well. So but let us know what contribution we could be. And you can find out, I don't have Deanna's page up yet, but you can find out for me at Emergence of Being. And your website is also in the comments of the video. I forget your website, though.
DragonLadyShaman.com. There you go. The website is still kind of under construction. You can find me on Instagram at Dragon Lady Shaman. I do daily tarot readings and post crystal grids and crystal mandalas and things like that.
Awesome. And she's also available at Goddess Elite on Thursdays. So if you just want to walk in, pun intended, if you know the inside joke, you can come on over to Goddess Elite for a healing from either of us. Cool. All right. Until next time, everyone, we will see you when we see you, hopefully sooner than later. And what contribution could we be to your healing journey? Have a good one, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.